Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. A lot of emails come in throughout the year asking about a defensive type of weapon system. You know, in other words, more than just one that you might consider for a bug out bag situation in case you have to get up and get out real quick. Hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, guys, thanks for hanging. Rocky's out here with me today. He's going to help me do this video because we got several things that we want to cover. But, you know, the question is a very viable question. You know, what are you going to be able to take with you if you got to get up and ditty out really fast? And there's several considerations that you want to cover. You know, number one, portability. Number two, are they really going to be able to do the job that you need to have done? And we brought out, I was going to say three different defensive weapons that we can talk to you about, or survival type of weapons that you might need. But really, it starts with a fourth one, and the fourth one is going to be the blade that you got hanging on your side. And when you're talking about a survival blade, that you might have to be out in the bush for more than 3, 4, 5, 6 days, but it's going to have to be something that is going to be hefty enough to last you, hefty enough to do all the jobs that you needed to do. You know, we're talking about going beyond batoning wood and feather sticking wood and processing whatever. You know, you got to process game, you got to build shelters. In some situations, you might have to build traps. Could be a man trap. You might have to put down a firing lay. Calling it a sniper lay, well, maybe in some situations, but hopefully not. But you want a knife that's going to do the job for you, you know, and this just happens to be the one that I've been carrying. This was sent to me from ESEE several months ago, and as you've heard me say many times, I don't carry a big knife. Rocky, on the other hand, he likes big knives. The main knife that he usually carries with him, but he didn't bring it today, is the Grayman Defar Defender, and it is a honker of a knife. You know, it's a baby machete as far as I'm concerned. But for me, something like this, you'll never see anything larger than this on my side for a variety of reasons. We're not here to talk about that today. But this is a perfect knife when you're talking about needing something that is stout, that is very, very capable of doing all the things that I said, plus it is also a good defensive weapon if necessary. Check out the video on the ESEE 6, and again, this is the one with the G10 3D scales. Probably the best 6-inch knife that I've had in my hand, maybe ever. You know, I really like this knife. But a knife is your first thing that you want to consider, you know, and make sure that it's going to last you. It's going to do what you need to have done. You know, we also got out with us today a knife that came through Battle Box, and it's from Lord & Field, and it is I think it's what's called the survival knife.
I think it's a survival knife, yeah.
The survival knife. It has arrowheads in the handle, right? And Rocky's really liked that knife for a long, long time. What do you like about that knife?
It's just good size, good handle shape. The scout carry is great if you're carrying a firearm on your hip and you don't have room for your knife. That's why I brought this one instead of the other one today, so I can carry the scout carry. Okay, so we're just talking about a knife real quick, but now let's talk about something else. You know, firearms are very, very important if you're talking about being in a defensive situation. Now, I don't talk about firearms very much because I know there's some wackos out there that are just waiting for the next apocalypse to happen or societal breakdown so they can go out and shoot people. You know, you're stupid if you got that mindset. But if you're in a defensive situation, you're going to have a firearm that you can carry with you quickly. And if I'm out in a tactical situation where I'm having to move through the bush, more than likely, I'm not going to have a firearm on my side unless I have detected an imminent threat, and then I would deploy a sidearm on my side. Otherwise, it's going to be in my bag. Rocky's got with him
and I guess I'm just going to let him tell you about this firearm, but to me, this is the perfect size.
I carry the Springfield XD Mod 2. It's a 16 plus 1,
9mm.
9mm service model, 4-inch barrel. This is bigger than most people would carry for an EDC because it's hefty. You'll load up, it weighs a few pounds.
It's got a little weight to it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not overwhelming.
No, but for a bug out bag, I wouldn't go any smaller than a 9mm. 9mm or 45 is where I'd probably be at. 10s are good, but the ammo's hard to find. So you want something with readily available ammo and something that's not so big that it adds a ton of weight to your bag.
Of course, right now, because of what's going on with COVID and the panic that has ensued because of it, we have seen an overwhelming rush on both weapons of all kinds, but especially the ammo. And he just made mention of the 10s being very hard to find. All ammo. Matter of fact, we stopped today to pick up some ammo. Wasn't any to be found, and we were at one of the biggest outdoor shops in the greater Peoria area, Presley's Outdoors, and they didn't have any 9mm at all. But I agree with him. It is a perfect size. Now, my training was with a 45 Super Special. That was a heavy weapon, a very, very heavy weapon. And it's not something that I would want to carry, but it's what I was trained to carry. And I got used to carrying that. But if you said, would you rather carry this Springfield 9 or this, I would rather carry the Springfield 9. So light, quick, easy, and that covers the bill. All right, so now let's talk about something else. You know, if you are in a survival situation where you've had to take off, and you want something that's a little more hefty, it's not practical, you know, to throw your Mossberg in, you know, your shotgun on your back and run out into the woods. And we have found that, you know, finding a tactical style weapon, not so much a tactical weapon, but a weapon that can be used in a survival situation that might turn into tactical if you're in close quarters. And I think that our favorite would probably be the M6. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah.
From TPS Arms, as Rocky gets this out to show you, you know, hold up the bag. Now, that would fit in a backpack. It does fit in a backpack. Very, very easy. And everything is in this bag right now. Again, it comes from TPS Arms. They sent us this about a year and a half ago. We've used it quite a bit. And it is not only small, but it is accurate. And it provides the type of firepower that you would need in a survival weapon. It has a 22 long barrel on the top and a 410 on the bottom, and with the right choke you can actually shoot deer slugs through this weapon. Rocky, why don't you just talk about this a little bit? But you see how small it is.
This is their takedown of the M6, like he said, and it breaks down to two pieces like you saw me put together here. And the bag fits easily in a backpack, extremely accurate, very simple hammer system. Pull all the way up the top, you're shooting a 22 off the top barrel. All the way down, you're shooting the 410. And it has a middle area where you're just dry firing to practice. One of the best features, though, in my opinion, is this back here. Ammo storage. You literally just have to pick up this one item, and you've got close to 20-some shots between 22 and 410.
Now, as far as it being a defensive tactical weapon, as I said, something like this would be a close quarters, you know, type of weapon. It's not going to bring a man down, you know, from 50, 60 yards. You know, you're going to put a hole in him. He's going to leak because of it. But knocking him down is probably not going to happen unless he is more like in the 10 to 20 yard range with the 410 with a slug in it. That will bring him down and give you an opportunity to do what you have to do at that point. But as far as a survival weapon, you know, to shoot small game, whether it be, you know, squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, even coyotes, or birds. You know, you could shoot plenty birds with this weapon, be it quail, even duck at close range if you're close enough. But the point is, it's a survival weapon. It's not a tactical weapon that you're going to set up a base camp with, a defensive position. That's not what it's made for. But what it is and what it does, it is probably the best in its class anywhere on the market. Now we will put up in the panel of the videos, we're going to put up websites and prices on everything that we show you. So we've covered the knife, we've covered the sidearm, and now we have covered a rifle slash shotgun that is one of the slickest things out there. But what about something like a bow? Would you want to take out a big crossbow with you? There are crossbows out there that break down that are small, like the Hickory Creek Archery's inline vertical crossbow. That's a long title, but it's a small inline crossbow that is just one of the most dynamic crossbows out there in its class. We could have brought it out today, but I wanted to focus on a couple other weapons that actually fit in a backpack if you need to run. Now, you look at behind me, there's a backpack that's right back there. There is a longbow inside of that, okay? We've got two of them out there. These longbows come from survival archery systems. And as you can see, altogether it's about 27 inches, and it fits in the backpack without a problem. Why don't you talk about this one here a little bit, what model this is?
This is the Recon model. It is the shorter of the two, but it is a full-size bow. And in this pack you've got your string, I've got forearm guard, I've got gloves, and there are actually 3 takedown arrows inside of here.
What comes in the package when you buy it from Survival Archery Systems, of course, is you're going to get the bow, you're going to get the quiver, you're going to get the bowstring. Those are the things that come within a arrow rest. Those 3 things. It doesn't come with the arrows. You have to buy the arrows, and Doug at Survival Archery System has them priced to sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you real quick here how these all go together, and Rocky's going to put it together, but we're going to get off the camera for just a second here and get you ready for that. Okay, as you see, he's got the Recon getting ready to go ahead and deploy this thing to show you how easy it is. It's kind of tough with his back to you, though, to be honest with you. He's not used to be on that side of the camera very often.
Take both
But
caps
let me
off top and bottom. The arrows are inside of here. We took them out already. Have them set up. These 2 arms just fold down.
While he's getting this ready, just let me tell you something about it. It's got draw weights of, you can get these in 45, 50, and 55 pounds at a 28-inch draw. And it has a maximum draw weight or draw length of 31 inches. The bow length, when it's all the way deployed, is 63 inches when it's strung up. 24.3 inches when it's folded and stored. I said 27, but it's actually 24. That's how you can get these in a pack. The brace height is 7 to 8 inches recommended, depending on your draw length. And it will produce arrow speeds up to 200 feet for 50-pound versions and up to 210 for the 55-pound version. The weight on the bow is this will blow your mind, is only 2.4 pounds. It does a wonderful job, right? Now, what you have in this bow is a bow that's been designed by a guy that is a engineer. He was actually in the automotive industry, and he loves archery, and he came up with this thing. It's made from aerospace grade T6 aluminum, very high premium aluminum. The material also receives a special surface treatment prior to anodizing in order to make the surface non-reflective, which is important for tactical purposes. Now, how this even got on our radar was I received an email back in 2018 from a member of a team that was deployed in Afghanistan, a Lieutenant Carter. That's all I can tell you. And he just simply said, and I'm quoting, "This will do the deed." And he carried it with him in his unit the whole time that he was deployed. So it is a very, very viable option for a tactical bow. And you can see what it looks like. Rocky is 6'3" and weighs about 250 pounds, somewhere around there. And I mean, anything on the continent, the North American continent, you can take down. I'm talking about a white-tailed deer, bear, goat, mountain goats, rams. It doesn't matter. It'll take it down. And what makes this such a beautiful weapon to have with you is the fact that it can fold down and deploy in less than 3 minutes. I love this bow, and it does a wonderful job. We're going to have another video that's going to come out behind this, actually showing us shooting at targets. But I really like this weapon, and I think that it is a great option. Again, check out Survival Archery Systems, and we'll put down the website and also the price of this. All right, so there you have it. You know, I think that the options that we've shown you are probably some of the best that are out there right now. If you feel like you've got better options, well, we want you to share it with us down here in the comment section, because that's what this is all about. We're all learning together all the time. But again, you know, the three things that we showed you today was the Springfield 9 sidearm. We showed you the TPS Arms M6, and we showed you the two bows from Survival Archery Systems. That I feel if you have those three things in your bug out bag, your get out bag, you're going to be in great shape. So thanks for watching. Hit that like and share button down there and become a subscriber, and your name will be put in our monthly database for free gear. We give away some pretty good stuff. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and always you be safe out there, especially when you're talking about handling any kind of weapon.